Good morning, students. I am Ruta Bendre. I am a computer science teacher. We have already studied the different groups of instructions in 8085. Which are those? One is the data transfer group instructions, arithmetic instructions, logical instructions, branching instructions, and machine control or interrupt related instructions. So today we will be discussing the data transfer group instructions. Basically, what these instructions do, they transfer the data from one place to another. And which are these places in 8085? The registers to registers, that is the internal memory of your 8085 microprocessor. As well as it can be from the memory or the input-output devices to the registers or vice versa. And it can be the actual data to the register. Now basically it copies the contents of the source to the destination. The source can be a register, the destination can be a register. The source can be a data, the destination can be a register. The source can be a memory address and the contents of that will be transferred to the destination, that is a register, and so on. These data transfer group instructions, they do not affect any of the flags in the flag registers. That is the important thing. The general purpose registers, you know, these are A, B, C, D, E, H and L, which are 8-bit registers. And out of these general purpose registers B, C, D, E and HL together, they can form a pair to store a 16-bit number. That 16-bit number can be used as a memory address, and the contents of that address, which is specified by your HL register pair, is nothing but called as M. So M is the term which you have to remember. It always deals with the HL register pair. HL register pair can have a 16-bit number. That 16-bit number can be used as an address, and the contents of that address will be always pointed by M. Now using this information, we will learn some instructions in data transfer group. The first one, the first syntax is nothing but MOV and RD, RS. These are the general terms. Okay, MOV is nothing but the syntax, and we call it as move the source register and destination register. So first you will write the destination register name, comma, the source register name. Or it can be move M, R. So your source is a register, the destination is the memory. Or you can write move R, M. Your source is M and the destination is any register. So the contents of the source register is copied into the destination register, where the source or the destination registers can be A, B, C, D, E, H or L, any one of these registers, or it can be a memory. Now we will take an example. Suppose if I write move D, L. So in this case the source register is L, the destination register is D. So whatever are the contents of register L will be copied into D. When you talk about move, it doesn't transfer it. It just copies it from one place to another. So the original contents will remain as it is and the destination contents will change. So if the contents, we assume that if the contents of L register are 0F and earlier suppose contents of D register were 05, then when you execute this particular instruction, the contents of D register becomes 0F and L remains 0F. This particular instruction has a register addressing mode. Okay, addressing mode, we will learn it afterwards. Now suppose my instruction is move M, A. So in this case my source register is A, but the destination is M. So what is M? M is nothing but the contents of the address specified by HL register pair. So suppose if A contents are FF and the HL has a 16-bit number which is nothing but, for example, 6000. H represents the hexadecimal number. Then after execution, correct, or the contents of suppose 6000 are FF, they will become FF, and the contents of A remain FF, not 0F, it should be FF. Okay, so where this FF goes? In the address specified by HL register pair. So this is called as the indirect mode of addressing, as the M is mentioned in the instruction. All these two instructions or move instructions are nothing but 1 byte instructions, and no flags are affected. The addressing mode, we will learn it afterwards, as I told you. But whenever a question is asked to explain a certain instruction, you have to give the syntax of the instruction, you have to explain the working of that particular instruction, you have to take the example like this and explain the example. You have to write the addressing mode, you have to write how many bytes the instruction it is, whether the flags are affected or not. All these things are necessary. Now similar to move instruction, there is another instruction which is called as MVI instruction. So move immediately, the destination will be the register name or the memory name, comma 8-bit number. So MVI R, 8-bit number. In this case, the source is 8-bit number, the destination is register. Or if it is MVI M 8-bit number, the source is 8-bit number and the destination is M. So if I take an example MVI A, 05, and for example, in this case, the destination register is nothing but the accumulator or the A register. The source is 8-bit data, which is nothing but 05. So what will happen? The accumulator contents will become 05 after execution of this instruction. So whenever you want to transfer a fixed data into a register, we use MVI instruction. Now suppose if it is MVI M05, then where will be this 05 copied into? It will be copied into the address which is specified by HL register pair. Therefore, we are assuming that if the HL register pair contents are 7000, then the contents of 7000, the round bracket always specifies the contents, will be overwritten by 0F. That is, the new contents of 7000 will be 05. Okay, now this is nothing but just an example I am taking. The HL may have any value, okay, and that value, that particular value will be acting as an address. These are 2-byte instructions, no flags are affected, and in this case it can be either immediate addressing mode or indirect addressing mode, depending upon whether you are using the register or the memory in the instruction. Now the next instruction is nothing but LXI RP 16-bit number. Now this instruction is similar to your MVI instruction. The MVI instruction, the syntax is MVI register name and 8-bit number. Instead of that you have LXI, then RP, that is register pair, and then you have to mention the 16-bit number. Whenever there is X in the instruction, the register pair has to be mentioned in the instruction, and while mentioning the register pair, only the higher register name you have to write it in the instruction. Now just now we had seen BC register pair, HL register pair and D register pair are the 3 register pair. So if I have to mention the register pair name in the instruction, either it will be B, D or H, depending upon which register pair I am using. So if I say LXI RP 16-bit number, it is similar to MVI instruction. There the 8-bit number was copied into the register. Here the 16-bit number will be copied into the register pair. So in this case, the source is actually a 16-bit number and the destination is a register pair, or it can be a stack pointer which is another 16-bit number. Now for example, LXI H0705, if I write this instruction, so what is the meaning of this? 0705 is the number, 16-bit number, which will be copied into HL register pair. The higher 8 bit will go into the H register. The lower 8 bit will go into the L register. So therefore L becomes 05 and H becomes 07. And after the execution of this instruction, HL becomes 0705. LXI SP 7000. So a stack pointer is a 16-bit register. So in this case, the stack pointer contains becomes 7000. So these are 3-byte instruction. Again, no flags are affected and it is an immediate addressing mode of instruction. Then we will see LDA and STA instructions. These are opposite instructions. LDA instruction, LDAs, and then you have to mention the 16-bit address in the instruction. So what does this instruction do is the contents of those address are transferred into the accumulator. The contents of any address can be transferred either into the accumulator or in the H and L register pair only. You cannot transfer the contents of any address into a register which is called as B, C, D, E and so on. This is directly, I am talking about the directly. So load accumulator direct with the contents of 16-bit address given in the instructions. For example, if I say LDA 6000, the contents of the 6000 are suppose F2 and contents of A are 00 initially. Then when I execute this particular instruction, the contents of A becomes F2. These are all 3-byte instructions. No flags are affected and it is nothing but a direct addressing mode. Now if you have STA 16-bit address, this is an opposite instruction of LDA. So LDA, what it was doing is the contents of the 16-bit address were transferred into the accumulator. Here the contents of accumulator will be transferred to the 16-bit address. So if I say STA 6000 and earlier suppose 6000 is F2 and A is 00, then after execution of this instruction, the contents of 6000 becomes 00. Again, these are 3-byte instructions and no flags are affected. It is a direct addressing mode of instruction. So just remember, LDA and STA are the opposite instructions. So what LDA does exactly opposite the STA instruction will do. I hope you have understood these few instructions in data transfer group of instructions. We will study other instructions in the next session. Thank you.